right, guys, this is the King Bazio podcast, and today we have a really interesting guest. I have with me my friend and brother, NF Prince. I don't know if you would want to introduce yourself.
Need to look like that bit.
Right. Yeah. Okay, thank you. So there is this thing we were told when we came into the Web3 space that one of the ways to grow in this space is by attending events, conferences, meetups, and all of that. I don't know if you're sharing that same idea.
I don't know. I don't know who onboarded you, but I think one of the first things they told us is the guy in our lives out at Discord, but we are away from that era now. And on a more serious note, speaking about attending crypto conferences and events, I am a living witness. I don't just believe. I'm a living witness of the fact that crypto conferences can really change your life positively if you are active in the crypto space. Before now, it was an era where people come into the crypto space and they called it undoxing. You stay undoxed. Who do not know your race and because of that, people really went out to real life events. They prefer to hide behind PFP and horse. But as at now, I am of the belief, and it's factual, that crypto conferences had a positive impact on the life of crypto people.
All right, but then there are still scenarios where a lot of people go for these conferences and come back and there is no change. Do you think there are things that other people are doing right when attending conferences that others are not doing?
Yes, definitely. In life, there are always two sets of people, let's call it that. So there's a class of people that will do the right thing, and there's a class of people that will definitely not always do the right thing. And sometimes it's out of ignorance, sometimes it's out of just refusing to do the right thing because you feel it is not necessary.
Okay.
So when you go for a crypto event, there are things you are expected to do. And I'll try as much as possible to list these things out in a very simple way, or probably explain it. Now, it's two things. Let's give a simple analogy. So let's say someone decides to go shopping. You say you're going shopping and you go to a mall or to a market. All you do is walk around and come back home. Have you shopped? That you have not shopped. You can call that a window shopping per se. But when you say you're going for shopping, you have to interact with the person selling. You have to buy things. It's almost the same thing with a crypto event. So when you say you're going out for a crypto event, you need to participate in the event. And by participating in the event, I don't just be sitting in the audience and listening to whoever is on stage. You have to actively involve yourself. Like we say, crypto rewards active participation. Yeah. So you have to actively participate. And by that, I mean, talk to people. The person sitting close to you could be someone that's going to link you up with something big. It could be someone that's going to seal your next alpha and you do not know. So sometimes it's not really about, I mean, it's good for you to walk up to one of the big guys, the dolos, and try to create a rapport with them. But sometimes it's going to be hard, especially if there is no interaction between you people online. So it's easier to connect with other people who sit in the audience with you. And do not be fooled. Some very big guys sit in the audiences sometimes. I have met people at your 3 events who sat by my side and I interacted with them. And right now we are good friends. We are shielding ourselves out in the chats and all of that. So it's about how you participate at the event. So when you go to a crypto event, first things first, you should write down a list of things you want to do. One of the things you should task yourself with doing is meeting at least a number of people. So you can tell yourself, I'm going to meet 10 people today and I'm going to get their contact. It's not just about saying Chairman Harper. You shake hands. It's not about saying Chairman
GM, you don't know.
You laugh about it and come back. No difference. You're coming back to the same circle of people you had before going to that event. So when you come here, you speak to people, you get their contact, you look at what they are doing for a while. And if it's something that interests you, you go ahead and start speaking to them, create a connection. And from there on, you people can build something beautiful.
All right. That's awesome. But that also brings me to another question. Because there are scenarios where you go for these events, you make the move to connect with people. And I would say the big guys in quotes, the dolos. And they kind of connect with you at the events when you guys get to talk, vibe, probably exchange contact, and then
they go.
After that they ghost you. You chat them, they don't respond. They are, So for someone who is just starting off, it's better for those who have been in the space, how to handle those attitudes.
Yep.
But for someone who's just starting up, it's sometimes discouraging, right? How would you say that can be handled for a newbie?
Truthfully, it's difficult for newbies. It's difficult for newbies because the big guys have these kind of people come around them every time, and you will not blame them for judging from their past experiences. So most times when they see you come around them, they feel like they already know what it's going to be. Just going to be you get my contact and you start buzzing me to ask me for a job. Idolo when give job you get, and all of that. Or idolo when give up. And I think for the if the idolo are really idolo, we'll get down to reply to these things. You feel me? But it's also different when you know this person from an online community. Let's say on X, you are a strong follower of that person, and you have been interacting in the comment section. So there's no way I am going to see someone who's been in my comment sections a couple of times, excuse me, who's been in my comment sections a couple of times, and I might not know him personally. But then this person walks up to me at an event, and tells me, oh, I am this person. Like at the last crypto event I attended, I had someone who has been doing graphics for me for a number of months, but I haven't seen what this person looks like before. I just started working with him through a referral.
Yeah.
And for some reason, okay, I think I know why he recognizes me, because I do put out video contents out there. So he walked up to me and like, oh, I am this person. And I was so surprised that, I mean, at this point, there's no need to like gatekeep, is that gatekeeping? Or there's no need to build a fence around it, because I already know this person from an online community. So it's simpler that way. If you're a newbie, when I said make a list in my a few minutes ago, I meant make a list of people is going to be easy for you to have access to. So let's say you have an idolo, let's say maybe I'm not supposed to call names, or let's say, for example, pharmacist, and you have been in pharmacist comment section for a while. He definitely knows your name or your Twitter username at this. If it is a name that's easily pronounced, I don't mean you have a username like user 080 something like that. But you walk up to him and you mention your name. Oh, I am this person. And immediately he's going to recognize, oh, this is the guy we see in my comment section. Nice to meet you. You two connect. And after that, there are things you should not do. Speaking of the last event, someone got my contact. I saw the guy, he stood around for a while and finally came up to speak. And I normally do not do that stuff or push it daily. So I spoke with the guy, gave him my contact, and he said he was going to text me. And later that evening, I literally knew the number of people that spoke to me that day, and for most of them, I saved their contact. But this particular guy, I did not. So in the evening, someone texted me, and guess what the text was?
Oh my God.
Hi. Sent me hi. And I knew, because I have a small circle, I knew that it's going to be someone from the event. So I waited for him to add something else to the hi. Nothing at all. And because I perceived that this guy was very new in the space and he knew nothing, I had to reply to him. Yes, what's wrong? That was when he went ahead to tell me how I'm the guy you met at the crypto event to the other. So imagine I didn't make that move. So another mistake you will make is to get the number of people and then you go ahead to tell them irrelevant things, or you do not know about how to go about getting their attention.
Yeah.
Do not go about texting someone hi or what's up or how far.
True.
And also sometimes there's something my friend Web3boy likes to say. He's always about the fact that most of us abuse our access to people.
Yeah.
So you get access to a particular person, probably someone you were looking up to in the space, and because you're now viewing his WhatsApp status, you now see when he cooks in his house. So anything he posts on his WhatsApp status, you now swiping and start to laugh unnecessarily. After a while, you don't have that rapport to the person. If you're going to do something for him, send him things that benefit him and you in the process. Because you could send him like a project you just found, and you're like, oh, so I just saw this project and I have taken a look at them. They look interesting. It might be a good project found for airdrop, or it could be a good way to, or you see, maybe you're a trader, you could send him your analysis and stuff. Easier that way. So there are certain things you do not do, and there are certain things you should make sure you do when it comes to this.
Sure. Okay, that was a very powerful one. So I would say in conclusion that from what you said, adding everything together, I think it's a problem of building quality relationships, getting to interact with people from community level before you even, try to engage with them physically. But all the same, when you do have the opportunities to engage with them, your approach is another thing. The approach you use towards these people, because I know, in this space, it's very frequent when people come to your DM and want money, want one assistance or the other, alpha and all. But we also need to understand that these people you are DMing are also human beings with their own personal issues they are trying to solve. So easy pressure, right?
Sometimes they are busy as well.
And most times, yeah, definitely. The space doesn't give you that much of time to just lie around. So the approach issue is a major thing that determines how far a person goes with you. But finally, I'm still going to say it's good to attend crypto events. It's good to attend conferences. It helps you shape your journey, helps you connect with people faster. I'm also a product of that. I've met some really interesting people from events. And one person I'm going to mention, like you said, we should mention him, but I need to mention this person, is Queen Wealth, at Wealthy Queen on Twitter with a K. That lady has been very instrumental to my growth. She has, been intentional about me, and we met from an event also, and we connected. So these are things we've also experienced. These are things that have also helped our journey.
That's something to it.
Yeah.
Here's something you should also know. Sometimes you pick up the craziest ideas from crypto events. You probably might have been doing something. You're doing something here. But when you attend a crypto event, real life event, and you hear people speak, you're outside the confines, or you're no longer in your own thoughts and you're your own world alone. You see people build things. You see different blockchains, different protocols and products people have built. And from there, you could pick inspiration and build something very big. I sat in the audience at the last crypto event I attended, and I got the crazy idea for something I have built. And we are not revealing it now, but in due time,
Cooking.
we're cooking.
All right, guys. I think it's a wrap. You've heard it all. Attend crypto events, connect with people, approach them the right way, and GG's to all of us. Again, I'm going to introduce one more time my guest. This is NF Prince. He's one of the best Web3 writers that I know. On Twitter, it is at NF_NF Prince.
And just let me show myself with it. All right, better. In recent times, I have pivoted a bit from writing on Twitter for my personal account. I now do more of video content, and in those video contents, we share random, interesting Web3 facts. You should check out my page. You'll know what you see.
What's your page handle on TikTok?
On TikTok is @_NF Prince as well.
All right, guys, you've heard it. Please do well to give him a follow. Also follow these accounts. Drop your comments if you have questions regarding this. Drop them and we'll respond to those. GT is nice.